my one defense, my righteousness. Oh God, how I need you.
Good morning, church.
Good morning.
Many of you know me as good old me. Mimi. It's being known that it's much more than that, okay? I have, everything I'm about to say is it's extremely hard for me. My full name is Michael Ray Parker, Jr. I was born March 10th, 1969. Woohoo! It's my birthday. Oh, yeah. To Michael Parker and Mary Ellen Parker. My parents divorced when I was 4 years old. Of course, I don't remember the divorce. I just know about it. I just know that both parents weren't there. I grew up between Willis, Texas and Tallahassee, Florida. I grew up being the little hood rat, daredevil, whatever thing like come my way, I did. I never really let anybody inside of my bubble. I would like to say that I need saving a long, long time ago. I always thought I loved everyone, friends and family. I went to church a couple times with friends. One time at a black church, Baptist church, I believe. The preacher and the members did not welcome me. That's all I'm saying about that. Then I went to a Pentecostal church, and that lasted about 30 seconds before I hit the door. And that's when I made the hastened decision to never go to church again. I would be with people like me and appreciate me for me. The years went by like I was untouchable. I terrorized my town, stealing cars, wrecking bars, and getting scars to prove my status in the world. And to this day, I'll tell you, nobody had no fun with me. I went through many relationships, love with friends, never thinking of feelings. I would do anything to drop my hat, not caring for the consequences. I went through alcoholism, losing my grandfather to alcohol. I was following him down that dangerous path. I also struggled with drugs, many different kinds of drugs. When I lost my grandfather, I told myself I would never get to that close to anyone ever again. And then my destructive nature just kept on going. I believe God was a myth. He didn't care about me. The people I knew that went to church never taught me otherwise. But when I met Sonia, my loving wife, I knew from the moment I saw her that she was going to change someone's life, not knowing it was going to be mine. We started off slow, only hanging out and not getting much more than friends. Then it grew into much, much more. She put up with my bad stuff and being my hateful heart. She could take a few punches to the face and mental and verbal abuse that was involved in our relationship. Our relationship is so much stronger going through all that. She used to beg me to go to church every church, every Sunday. I had rather church as a bobcat through a barbed wire fence, or election fence, I'm sorry. Going to church at that point was just non-existent. And she asked every Sunday morning, and one day she just stopped. She changed her tactics. She claimed. And she started telling me, using my situations, all of my situations, which were usually bad, that showed me how God was working in my life. For years, this went on, and I have to say, I can usually tell, when something's going to happen before it happens. But I had no idea that, during this time, that God would use my own body against me. my sinful nature. In 2011, I had a stroke, and during the trip to the hospital in the ambulance, I looked, I saw my life flash before my eyes. I know it's cliche, but it's true. All I could see is my family weeping over me. At that point, I knew it was time to give up and let Jesus into my heart. I knew how much Jesus has for me, and has for me to give to others. My wife is my most closest and cherished person in my life. My family and friends mean so much more to me now. My church is the only church where I was accepted for me and for me only. I know God put people in my path to keep me straight. My pastor, Scott, is one of the kindest and loving people I have ever met. Through all of this, I have learned from Sonia, Scott, and reading the Bible, is that everyone is loved by God. His Son died for our sins, and He rose again so we wouldn't have to die in our sins. So you wouldn't have to die in your sins. John 3:16, for God so loved the world that gave His Son, so whoever would believe in Him would have everlasting life. All they have to do is believe in Him, repent, ask Jesus to come into their heart, and be a servant of the Lord. I believe my purpose is to bring people my message the only way I know how. And that's to give them the truth with no sugarcoat. I know that prayer is a big part of being a Christian and helping others to believe. I believe my outgoing personality brings people close to me, which is a gift from God, which took me a long time to understand. That a God that I may gather people to give them info they need to point them into the light and out of the darkness. This being said, I love you all very much, and may the Lord bless you and you bless someone every day. I want everybody to open up their Bible to 1 John 5. 1 John 5, verse 1. Everyone who believes that Jesus is the Christ has been born of God. And everyone who loves the Father loves whoever has been born of Him. By this we know that we love the children of God, when we love God and obey His commandments. For this is the love of God, that we keep His commandments, and His commandments are not burdensome. For everyone who has been born of God overcomes the world, and this is the victory that has overcome the world, our faith. Who is it that overcomes the world except the one who believes in Jesus Christ, the Son of God? Amen.